Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs.
Reports surfaced that Whoopi Goldberg, one of the most recognizable faces in daytime television, suddenly leaves the United States. She appears to vanish just as rumors swirl about a defamation lawsuit that Elon Musk is ready to slap her with, allegedly for a staggering $80 million. The idea that Goldberg, famous for her direct takes and unabashed commentary, might actually flee to avoid legal trouble feels like a plot twist straight out of a high-stakes drama.
I've called him vice president, I called him president, because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Yet, more and more sources whisper that she's simply gone, and even her show producers seem tight-lipped about the matter. The chaos begins with a single, provocative statement. Goldberg addresses her television audience one afternoon and drops a jaw-dropping claim. Elon Musk, she says, is some sort of real vice president pulling strings behind the scenes. She insists he's manipulating government affairs, pointing specifically to certain political figures, like Senator JD Vance, as if they're mere puppets in Musk's elaborate game. Viewers at home blink in surprise, unsure how to process such an outlandish accusation.
I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
On social media, people immediately dissect her words. Some think she's overreaching just for ratings, while others wonder if she has hidden knowledge. After all, Goldberg is known for her strong opinions, but calling out Elon Musk for orchestrating shadowy influence crosses a new line. Before the dust even settles, Goldberg goes further. She launches another on-air tirade about Musk needing to give up his ownership of Twitter. She warns that someone with that much control over a social media platform wields too much power. The news cycle ignites, and clips of her statements circulate in every corner of the internet. People start asking whether this is all just talk show drama, or if Goldberg genuinely believes Musk is entangled in shady political maneuvers. But that's not the whole story, viewers soon realize. A pattern emerges. Musk is famously quick to retaliate when he feels misrepresented or defamed. He's not the type to ignore bold accusations, especially if they dent his public persona or question his integrity.
I think other people seem to sparkle when they're in love, and I like to see that. But for me, it's like I sparkle when I'm not in love, which is kind of okay. And the older I get, the happier I am. And so just in case, and I'm directing this to...
So rumors begin, quietly at first, that he might sue Goldberg, not for a small sum, but something that could truly rattle the foundations of daytime TV. An $80 million defamation lawsuit. Most celebrity feuds fizzle out, or at worst, get resolved through PR statements. But in Elon Musk's world, conflict resolution often looks different. He's known to defend his image publicly, sometimes even in court. With a net worth that places him among the planet's wealthiest individuals, legal battles are hardly a financial concern for him. The moment whispers surface about a potential defamation suit, the internet goes wild. Could Musk really be bold enough to take on Whoopi Goldberg head-on for what she says on her talk show? Legal analysts jump into the fray, explaining that defamation lawsuits involving major celebrities are hard to win. The burden of proof is high. You need to show real harm, malicious intent, or reckless disregard for truth. But if anyone has the resources to push a case forward, experts note, it's Elon Musk. Meanwhile, talk show fans wonder if Goldberg might walk back her comments. After all, an $80 million claim isn't something one laughs off. But instead of issuing a clarifying statement, she doubles down. On a subsequent episode, she repeats her assertions about Musk. With complete conviction, she accuses him of manipulating government processes in ways the average citizen can't even imagine.
She said, you don't want to do this. I have the keys to the car, let's go. And my excuse was, I don't want to embarrass this person because, we sent all these invitations out and you don't want to leave them looking bad.
The tension ratchets up. Suddenly, it's not just an odd comment, but a recurring segment on her show, with producers looking increasingly uneasy. Those who follow Goldberg know she's no stranger to controversy. Over the years, she's made headlines for taking strong stances on sensitive issues. Sometimes she's praised for her bravery, other times critics blast her for going too far. But this time, even her co-hosts appear taken aback. During one broadcast, when Goldberg proclaims that Musk's Twitter venture is harmful to public discourse, everyone else on set seems momentarily speechless. Behind the scenes, rumors suggest the show's producers are alarmed. They worry about backlash from sponsors, from executives, and most of all, from Musk's high-powered legal team if these claims about shadow governments cross a legal threshold. The possibility of a defamation lawsuit feels unnervingly real. No one wants to be named in that suit. No network wants to bleed money in a lengthy legal war. And what happens next, fans predict, could shock everyone. Because Goldberg isn't recanting or softening her words. Instead, she's steering straight into the storm. Then, almost overnight, she's gone. Absent from her usual seat, from the talk show that has become her defining platform in recent years. When Goldberg fails to show up for work, confusion spreads. The official explanation is vague. One source claims she has a family situation to handle. Another hints at scheduling conflicts. Neither of these sound convincing, especially considering the gravity of the lawsuit rumor swirling around. Within 48 hours, social media transforms confusion into a frenzy. Anonymous posts flood Twitter and Instagram. People claim they've spotted Goldberg boarding a private jet or stepping off one in some Mediterranean locale. Grainy snapshots supposedly show her at a beach resort, though it's hard to verify.
The mother that I knew was vastly different from the mother that she was because of, she had a nervous breakdown, was put into Bellevue, given shock
for 2 years.
Yeah, and given shock treatment for 2 years.
A few tabloids run with the story that she's fled the country entirely, aiming to dodge the risk of being served legal documents. Others push a different narrative. Perhaps she's just on a long-planned vacation, an unfortunate coincidence, but no real scandal. Still, the rumor about her escaping legal trouble is far more compelling, and it quickly overshadows any mundane explanation. After all, ratings soared the moment she made those outlandish claims, and it's possible her abrupt departure is fueling the hype. The more people talk, the less clarity anyone seems to have. Amid the swirl of rumors, Elon Musk himself remains coy. He continues posting updates about Tesla's new technologies and praising SpaceX's progress toward Mars colonization. Every so often, he drops a cryptic remark about the importance of truth in media, or holding people accountable for making baseless statements. Though he never names Goldberg, the timing is conspicuous. His supporters interpret these statements as triumphant messages from a billionaire who won't tolerate being defamed. They cheer him on, saying he's standing up for free speech by making an example of someone who, in their eyes, carelessly slanders him. His critics, however, paint a different picture. They say Musk is using his wealth to bully a media figure, stifling her freedom to speak out. Yet the real question remains, is there actually an $80 million lawsuit, or is this all just rumor? Entertainment lawyers speculate that if Musk files, he'll do it quietly and strategically. He won't want to litigate in the court of public opinion. Meanwhile, the lack of a clear denial only fuels suspicion that something huge is about to drop. Once Goldberg's disappearance is obvious and no official statement emerges, everyone develops a theory. Online forums buzz with talk. Maybe she's orchestrating a big reveal, planning to present secret evidence of Musk's political meddling. Could this be a carefully designed scheme to bait him, generate massive press, and then spring new information on the world? Others insist it's simpler. The stress of a potential lawsuit is enormous, and at her age and level of prominence, Goldberg might not want to gamble. If fighting Musk in court drains her time, money, and energy, perhaps she decided to make a strategic retreat until tensions cool. After all, international travel can complicate legal proceedings. Serving someone with papers outside the country is more complex, often requiring special protocols. But that's not all. Some individuals in the entertainment world suspect a power struggle at higher levels. Goldberg has ties to major media corporations, including Disney, and Musk's business empire often rubs shoulders with other big players. Could her departure be influenced by behind-the-scenes negotiations? Maybe certain executives push her to step away from the spotlight, hoping to dodge a legal quagmire.
When I went back, it was like, oh my God, the kitchen is literally on top of the bathroom and top of this thing, and it didn't look at all like my apartment.
But you were part of this vibrant, diverse
community.
Yes.
With very astute mothers
Yes.
at the head of a lot of the households.
Well,
That we're all looking out for each other's kids.
yeah, I think it had more to do with how they were raised.
The show's producers, meanwhile, remain silent. If they know anything about her whereabouts, they're not telling. That silence only heightens the drama. Back in the daytime TV arena, Goldberg's co-hosts scramble to maintain normalcy. They tackle the usual mix of pop culture updates and topical debates, but there's a palpable sense of unease. The empty seat is obvious, and so is the hesitation when any Musk-related news surfaces. Normally, Whoopi would jump in with her signature brand of no-holds-barred commentary. Now, viewers watch her colleagues hesitate, seemingly unsure how to address the elephant in the room. Producers face a dilemma. Do they openly discuss Goldberg's absence or try to sidestep the issue? Ratings might spike from the curiosity alone, but there's real risk if the situation escalates. Network executives have no interest in tangling with Musk's legal or financial influence. Meanwhile, fans question how long a talk show can function without its anchor personality. Even as speculation rages, no official replacement is announced, and no fresh statement from Goldberg materializes. And what happened next, as many wonder, could overturn everything we think we know about daytime TV. If the rumored lawsuit drops, it might set new precedents for defamation cases involving public figures. Could the show itself become a contested battleground, with transcripts and behind-the-scenes footage used as evidence? Some entertainment insiders argue that the entire fiasco represents more than a personal disagreement. They see it as a clash between two giants: the unstoppable Elon Musk, who's made it a mission to reshape Twitter as a bastion of open dialogue, and Whoopi Goldberg, whose strong on-air persona has come to symbolize a certain brand of media-driven opinion-making. When she demands that Musk relinquish Twitter, it cuts to the heart of the free speech versus moderation debate. In many ways, this controversy brings broader questions into the spotlight. Should celebrities or media figures have unchecked freedom to accuse billionaires of secret political control? And how can they back up such accusations? If public figures make shocking claims on national television, is it a matter of free speech? Or should there be legal consequences when those claims can't be proven? At the same time, Musk's defenders champion his quest for accountability. They argue that too often, talk shows get away with fueling sensational stories just for ratings, rarely having to prove the legitimacy of their statements. On the other side, people call this a billionaire flex, suggesting it's more about using money to bulldoze critics than about defending any principle. Without a clear, verifiable statement, the rumor mill thrives on every new sighting of Goldberg. A supposed witness claims she sees Goldberg on a secluded European beach, escorted by what looks like private security. Another insists that Goldberg is huddled in some luxury condo overseas, strategizing with lawyers. Nearly every tabloid runs a variation of the same story. The elusive talk show host is in hiding, uncertain about how to proceed. Entertainment reporters reach out to Goldberg's close friends and family for clues. Most remain silent. A few say they're not at liberty to discuss private matters. This only heightens speculation that something serious is unfolding, far beyond a simple family vacation. Whether fear of a looming lawsuit drives her into self-imposed exile, or she's leveraging this drama to boost her public profile, the internet can't stop buzzing. Meanwhile, the potential legal showdown looms like a thundercloud, every bit as menacing as an $80 million claim suggests. The talk show's loyal audience is left in limbo, hoping for a resolution, but unsure where to look for reliable information. In the absence of concrete facts, theories spin themselves into labyrinthine narratives about corporate pressure, backroom deals, and a cunning game of cat and mouse between two of the most talked-about figures in media. For the moment, the standoff is incomplete. Whoopi Goldberg remains off the radar, with no new on-air appearances or official statements. Elon Musk, as always, juggles multiple ventures, Tesla, SpaceX, and of course, Twitter, offering only the occasional hint that those who speak recklessly can and will be held accountable. Observers wonder if Goldberg is preparing some grand comeback, perhaps with fresh bombshells about how Musk exerts influence. Or maybe she's genuinely worried about legal repercussions and opts to remain abroad for the foreseeable future. The fact that no one, not even her co-hosts, claims to know her location just fuels the drama further. This saga has morphed into a broader commentary on modern media culture. In an age where a single on-air remark can spread across the globe in minutes, what does it mean for personal accountability? Musk's supporters applaud his stance. Critics say it threatens free speech. Goldberg's fans defend her right to voice opinions, but detractors label her behavior as reckless. The tension between speaking freely and facing legal consequences hangs in the air, unresolved. Right now, there's no definitive ending, and that's part of why the world remains so captivated. One day, Goldberg sits at her talk show desk, making claims about the man behind some of the biggest tech revolutions of our time. The next, she's gone, leaving the rest of us to parse out whether an unprecedented $80 million lawsuit is really breathing down her neck, or if she's just stepping out of the spotlight to stoke public intrigue. Either way, the spotlight on free speech, defamation, and accountability glows brighter. Is Musk, a figure with vast resources, setting a new precedent by threatening legal action against a talk show host for statements made on air? Or is Goldberg an example of how even influential television personalities might face consequences for making unfounded accusations? It's a question that rattles both Hollywood and Silicon Valley, reflecting an uneasy new reality where celebrity commentary collides head-on with a billionaire's resolve. For now, the stage is set for a dramatic resolution. Maybe Goldberg returns triumphantly, armed with evidence or a calculated apology. Or perhaps she remains overseas indefinitely, eluding a legal system she'd rather not confront. Whichever path she takes, her absence sparks 1,000 debates about money, power, truth, and the perils of broadcasting unfiltered claims to millions of viewers. In a time when social media can escalate a single comment into a global spectacle, one thing is certain: the reverberations of this standoff will echo far beyond the halls of daytime television. No matter the final outcome, everyone waits for the moment when the dust settles and the truth emerges, if it ever does. Until then, the question lingers. Did Whoopi Goldberg really flee the country to dodge Elon Musk's $80 million lawsuit? Or is this entire saga an exaggerated reflection of modern media hysteria? The mystery endures, and the world remains hooked, waiting for the next twist in a conflict that refuses to go quietly into the night.